During a dialogue at the World Economic Forum in Davos, President Bongbong Marcos says the South China Sea dispute keeps him up at night. To tell us more, here's Chona Yu live from Switzerland. Chona?
Yes, Neil, among the issues discussed today during the meeting between President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. and World Economic Forum President Borge Brende was the controversial issue of the South China Sea. During a dialogue with Brende, Marcos was asked if the South China Sea situation keeps him up at night, to which he responded that it keeps him up at night in the day and most of the time. The president explained that the Philippines is at the very front line in cross-trade tensions between China and the United States. Marcos added that whenever tensions increase, the Philippines is watching as bystanders and would suffer if anything goes wrong. Asked if he brought up the issue during his visit to Beijing earlier this month, Marcos said he did since there's no way to avoid it. The Philippines and China are at odds over the South China Sea, with Beijing claiming sovereignty over the area despite a ruling by the Permanent Court of Arbitration at The Hague that its claims have no legal basis. Both countries have reached a consensus on the peaceful resolution of South China Sea disputes after Marcos and Xi held an in-depth and candid discussion during the former's state visit to Beijing. Meanwhile, the World Economic Forum sees the Philippines as an economic outperformer in Southeast Asia, a rarity at this time when most parts of the world are heading into recession. The Philippine government expects full year 2022 gross domestic product growth rate to exceed its target range of 6.5 to 7.5%, while Marcos has expressed optimism that growth rate this 2023 would remain robust at 7%. Marcos noted that the country was currently enjoying a demographic sweet spot, referring to the few dependents. Neil.
Chona, so the issue of the West Philippine Sea, South China Sea was brought up by the WEF itself. Has the WEF mentioned anything, maybe a suggestion as to how the Philippine government must handle the West Philippine Sea issue? Because I'm saying this because the fact that the WEF brought it up means they see it not just a territorial issue, they see it not just as a territorial issue, but as an economic issue as well. So how is the Marcos administration planning to handle this issue?
Neil, ang sabi ni Presidente Marcos, yung kanyang foreign policy ay kaibigan ng lahat ng bansa at walang kaaway. Pero yung kanyang pagtitiyak ay nakaangkla yung kanyang foreign policy sa pangangalaga sa interes ng bawat Pilipino. At sa kanyang mga naunang pahayag ay sinabi niya noon na wala siyang isusuko na kahit na isang square inch ng teritoryo ng Pilipinas. At sabi nga niya, pero yung issue dito sa diplomatic o South China Sea ay isa itong diplomatic language, pero hindi naman maaring isantabi itong issue na ito dahil kailangan na depensahan yung Pilipinas. Hindi lamang kasi ito usapin sa seguridad at teritoryo, kundi maging ng kabuhayan ng bawat Filipino.